I'm thinking every book in town cleaned up on the event.
Yeah, we had 35 tickets pre-tournament on him, ranging anywhere from $5 to $100. I opened him at 60 and closed 80. We saw a little bit of money on him at 80, but he was one of our better positions. And even on the updated odds and the in-play odds, we really didn't see too much on him. They were betting a lot of Fleetwood, a lot of Koepka, and he was a really solid position. It was our best major of the season.
And that also had to be helped by the fact that Rory McIlroy in particular, and probably Tiger Woods as well, neither made the cut, so that wasn't good for them in their matchups. Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. And, the interesting thing about McIlroy got a lot of support at 8-1 as being from Northern Ireland in this area. So did Graham McDowell, which his odds were short and accounted for. Darren Clark even saw some at 1,000, but they stayed away from someone like Lowry that's from Ireland, not Northern Ireland. They focused on the Northern Irish guys. So, the books did well with that.
We have another good tournament this week, the WGC FedEx. And I think I'm seeing something, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, but it feels like something similar to what we saw a handful of weeks ago at the Memorial, when it basically, everyone I talked to who bets golf, including me, had a ticket on Patrick Cantlay and cashed it. And Justin Thomas looks like the go-with guy, not the favorite, but the go-with guy that's going to be on, just like everybody I'm talking to. Yeah, Justin Thomas is ready to break through. He's been a good WGC player. He really started to look like Justin Thomas again these last couple of weeks. Am I wrong, or is he that popular this week?
No, you're correct, and he's the only guy that I've played this week myself. So, he went through that the wrist issue, about a month ago, but he's come back the last couple of weeks and improved on his play, and he's number 2 in strokes gained right now, tee to green, which is really important for this course. He doesn't have history on this course, but he's a defending WGC champ for this tournament. So he's got a lot of momentum coming in. There's only 63 golfers in the field this week, and Shane Lowry's not playing. It would have been 64, but you have a smaller field. Some of the guys have some long odds at the end. So if you look at the top of the odds board, you find him at 14-1 range behind Dustin Johnson, McIlroy, Koepka. We all know Koepka really doesn't show up too well in non-majors. So, I just bumped his odds up to 14-1 now from opening 12-1. But Thomas, I thought anything above 16-1 is worth the play, and I'm down to 14-1 on him.
Now, the favorites in this tournament, Dustin Johnson, who's had tremendous success on this course. But one thing about DJ, and you can address this further, is his wins usually come when he's in good form, and he's not really in good form right now. And then there's Rory McIlroy, and I got this information sent to me. It's not something that I knew of myself, but I do now. His last 4 events where he's missed the cut, next time out, a 12th, a 2nd, and 2 wins. Uh-oh. Watch out for Rory.
Yeah, I like Rory a little bit better than DJ. DJ's wins on this course, he's got a couple of them, but it's been against a lot poorer fields than this one, when it was just the regular St. Jude Classic in Memphis. But Rory, he followed up his second round nicely after that disastrous first round that took him out of the tournament. So he's at least coming in with some positive, and like you mentioned, he can take that and have some forward momentum coming into this week. And the last time he played on this course was 2012. He finished 7th here, so he has seen the course, and that should help him.
It's an elite field for the most part, and I think we might get one of the elite players winning it this weekend. But how about some of the not lesser lights? Because there aren't many lesser lights in a tournament of this size. Maybe some bigger priced guys that have caught your eye.
Oh, the only ones I would take a shot with would be Ches Reavie, who's recently won, but he's got a decent history here, 6th and 4th the last couple of years. Billy Horschel's the same way. He's a horse for the course on this one. And maybe even a Brandt Snedeker. He's from Tennessee, so he's going to have the home cooking here. He finished 6th here last year in the St. Jude Classic. So you might want to look for a guy from that type of angle. But those 3, longer odds, 60 to 80-1 range.
Looking at hockey, you guys have brought out the over-under points and update us on the futures. I see that our Golden Knights are the second choice. Is that more of jumping in front of where some of the money's coming, or do you feel they are legitimate second choices?
No, the way that we compiled these odds, we really think that they're the second-best team on paper going in behind Tampa. And we put up the over-under season points for all the teams, and we've taken a couple sharp bets on the Islanders under, the Wild over, but not much movement elsewhere besides that. And, when we opened the Knights total at 101.5 way back now, when we did everybody's in relation, we adjusted the Knights to 103.5. So we bumped them up even further. We got the division odds up, and we looked, and they have pretty much the weakest division out of the 4 divisions, and they're a solid favorite at even money to win the division. So there's some separation there that should lend to them having a better season in relation to teams in other divisions.
Superbook USA wasting no time in getting the over and under point totals up for the coming season. Has there been any, we'll call it respected money showing up either way on certain teams?
Yeah, just the Islanders under 94.5, and we're at 92.5, and then the Wild over 84.5 up to 86.5. And other than that, a few hundred here and there, but those are the only 2 that we've really taken some respected money on. Okay.
I thought the Dallas Stars might draw more action. I think they're going to be a really popular choice in the market, but maybe not this soon.
They're drawing action in the future book at 20-1.
Okay.
We took a sizable wager on them yesterday to win the Cup at 20-1, and I agree with you. I like their off-season moves, and I think they're going to be a player in the Western Conference.
We have a first time ever here. I think. I'm not much of a trivia guy. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one. This is the first time ever we're looking at going into an NBA season with the Clippers as the betting favorite to win the championship.
Yeah, you're 100% correct on
Yes,
that one.
I
I don't
so.
even need to go back and look that one up. So, and we've gotten some money on them, too. We even bumped them up to 4-1 after we made the Kawhi Leonard, Paul George adjustments and took a sizable wager at 4-1. So they're back down to 7-2 with the Bucks and the Lakers each at 9-2. And right now I have the Clippers, when they're healthy, power rated number 1. And Paul George shouldn't be starting the season out. He's coming off surgery on both shoulders, so he won't be starting out right away. But when this team's complete and healthy, they're the best team offense, defense. They have Patrick Beverly to go along with George and Kawhi Leonard, so they're going to be tough defensively. And we'll be putting out all of our NBA season wins, playoff props, division odds this Sunday.
Oh, all right.
You'll see how it takes shape on how we think the teams are rated.
Jeff, I know we're heading into college football, but update us on the markets for college hoops. Are you getting any action over the summer?
Oh, yeah, we're getting a bit of action, and most notably on the Memphis Tigers. We have them at 80-1. They're down to 14-1 to join some of the favorites out there. We have Michigan State, the favorite, at 6-1, Kentucky at 7, Kansas at 8. But Memphis has been seeing a ton of support, and they've had the largest adjustment.
National Football League, Patriots and Chiefs, basically tied right now as far as the shortest odds to win the NFL championship. And I don't think there's even a mini surprise there. The Patriots are always going to be there. And the Chiefs, Mahomes is going to get better. I mean, he hasn't reached his peak yet. And with that in mind, it's easy to make a case for the Chiefs being the strongest team in the AFC. Now, the interesting thing there is that the 2 favorites are both AFC teams.
Yeah, and we bumped up some other teams around them that haven't been seeing as much action as them, such as the Rams and Saints. They each went out to 10-1, and the Bears have been getting a lot of money in the NFC. But those 2 stand out so much in the AFC, the Chiefs and Patriots. We have the other teams a lot higher. Steelers at 20-1. The Chargers are next in line at 16. So it seems like there's a little bit more parity in the NFC with some standouts in the AFC, and that's why you see the odds reflected like that.
College football, Jeff, we know it's Clemson and Alabama. It seems like it's been that for the last, 4 years?
Doesn't seem like it. That's been what it is.
Clemson, they lost a lot in graduation to the NFL. I mean, you have, 3 guys go from the defensive side in the first round, but yet they are the preseason number 1. They're the number 1 in the future books. How do you see it, and where's the action coming?
Yeah, they're getting a lot of it, and it's because Trevor Lawrence is still there. So they're the 9-4 favorite with Alabama at 5-2 behind them. We've been seeing some support for Georgia. They opened 12-1. They're down to 6-1. So it's been getting a lot from that perspective. But we even have a prop up of Clemson plus Alabama against the field, and that's been bet up to the 2 teams minus 190 and the field plus 160.
Major League Baseball, I guess it's because they've got the easier road to the World Series, because I don't think the Dodgers are the best team. I think the Yankees and Astros are probably both a little bit better than the Dodgers, if for no other reason that the Dodgers bullpen is really shaky. Yankees and Astros have good bullpens. But the Yankees and Astros are going to have to go through one another to get to the World Series. The Dodgers have a lot clearer path. I think that explains why the Dodgers are still number one in the MLB Future Book at Superbook USA.
That does explain it, and the fact that they're getting the most betting support over the last couple months, too. So they're down there at 3-1, followed by the Yankees at 7-2, Astros at 4-1. But the Dodgers are leading the way, and the one team that we can't watch on local television too often. So,
what a joke.
But, if we're able to see them, we might even have lower odds if people could see how good they are.
Jeff, I just want to throw in there one team. Are you seeing any action on the Washington Nationals? Because this is a team, they're most likely going to be a wild card, and if they get through that coin flip game,
dangerous team.
You look at that, starting rotation with the big three on top. That in a 7-game series, you got 3 studs like that. If they go out and get a closer, I think this team can make some noise.
Yeah, they got some action when we bumped them up as high as 40-1. They're back to 18-1 off what they've been doing recently and the support that they've gotten. So they're creeping their way back into the conversation now as far as the odds go.
The best bet on the board, that the Super Contest is going to have a record number of entries again this year. And it's an easy call because not only is it the most popular contest you're going to find any place, but now people in Nevada are able to make their bets or make their choices rather online, right on the app. That's just making things a whole lot easier.
Yeah, we're really excited. This is the first opportunity that we can do this and make it available for local residents or anyone that's visiting from out of state that's in Nevada to put their selections in on the app without having to come down here each week. So you just need to sign up one time, and then you got the rest of the season to do it from your home or from a bar, or and the app selections are only going to be available until we close on Saturday night or on Friday evening. On Saturday, if you hadn't put it in by the app, we want to make sure that it runs smoothly and there's no last-second glitches. You'd have to do it in person on Saturday, but you have until Friday evening at close. But it's just going to make it so much easier for everyone. And right now we're sitting at 912 entries in the Super Contest and 26 in the Gold at this point. So we're really flying.
912, and we're in July. Yeah. I mean, I think there's going to be $1 million first prize this year. I think I'm pretty safe on that one, Jeff.
Yeah, we've had it the past couple of years, so it's going to be larger than what we've ever seen before, so we're excited about that.
Awesome stuff. What else is happening down at Superbook USA at the Westgate?
Well, we've just been working on, like I said, the NHL season wins and all that. We just got up. The NBA is going to be this Sunday. I'm going to get your favorite sport, English Premier League season right. Point totals up on Monday.
Come on, Tottenham.
I'll have that.
Are they in that?
Yeah, so we'll have that available. So a lot of season-long propositions, and but the NBA is going to be the big one this Sunday. People have been waiting for that. I've been getting a lot of requests, and we'll get that finalized and out for everyone on Sunday at noon. And
if you want to get the latest updated odds, make sure and follow Jeff on Twitter because he posts them constantly. So they're right there. They're easy to read. You can file them right there. And just follow him at Golf Odds and make sure and check out the website as well, golfodds.com. Thanks, Jeff.
All right, thanks, guys.
We will take a break. We'll come back, Joe's Angle of the Day from Ralph Michaels, and then we'll get to some later starting MLB, and still to come, our WagerTalk Marquee matchup between the Yankees and the Twins.
The Las Vegas Sports Line.
This year is Terrible Herbst's 60th anniversary, and for that, we say thank you. Thank you, Southern Nevada. Looking forward to 60 more. Terrible Herbst. That's the best in the West, my friend.
I got my brand new Shinola watch at MJ Christensen. Absolutely love it.
Shinola is an incredible American story. It talks about what happens when industry comes back to America. This visionary hired 70-some-odd people off of welfare. One person that was making minimum wage for 4 years is now the spokesperson for the company. Go on their website, Shinola Watches, and who's the distributor here? Only MJ Christensen Diamonds.
MJ Christensen, located at Boca Park.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
I mentioned this yesterday that I've got some friends coming from back east in, I guess, early September, and they're going to have a choice if they want to have dinner with me. It's either going to be Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab, or I'm going to make an excuse. Hey, I want my Dover sole, okay?
There you go.
Get yours or whatever you want. Seafood, steaks, the stakes are out of sight. 702-792-9